I'm Terry Ritchie from Macon, Georgia. This is my wife, Georgia Ritchie.
This is our 4th year on Paddle, Georgia, and today we're doing the river cleanup here on the Altamaha. I found a lot of trash in the river itself, some large pieces that we weren't able to pick up, but we have pulled up here on this sandbar and found in lots of cans and bottles, and looks like an old pot rusted out. Maybe somebody had a good barbecue here one night.
But overall, the river is really clean. It's one of the cleanest ones we've been in.
At least that we can see. You know, we can't see the bottom real well on this one, so we're not sure.
What other kinds of things did you find on previous Paddle Georgia trips?
Well, last year, what was the really interesting one was on the Oconee, and you want to tell? You found a...
Well, I was drifting down the river, and all of a sudden I saw a Walmart cart laying right in the middle of the river, and so I just grabbed it as I floated by, and luckily it pulled out of the sand, and I managed to flip it on the front of my kayak and took it to a dumpster. So
they had a great picture of him pulling up with his shopping cart in front of him, like he was ready to go shopping. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
We picked up a lot of tires last year, but fortunately we haven't seen a lot of those this year.
No tires in the river
so far.
Was the Oconee the one that had the most trash that y'all picked up, or was there another river that had more?
I think so last year, because it had a lot of tires, and I understand that a lot of fishermen like to use those for fish habitat, or maybe it was just good dumping ground at that time, or maybe it was because it was shallower and we could see them easily. But I think this is one of the better projects that they do as far as Paddle Georgia is cleaning up the rivers. One interesting thing I did find last year, there was like a charcoal grill just embedded in the bank, and I couldn't get it out, but beside it was like this huge bone, looked like they had barbecued the whole cow. And I brought that back to Bonnie, and she was like, man, what in the world is this? It looked prehistoric, just sitting out there. So we've had some interesting times, some fun times, things like that.
Good. All right, well, thank you so much, and thanks for doing the extra work to clean up the river.